Alright, it's time for another math easy solution. Discuss something Olympic related. Basically, I was watching London Olympic Games and I saw Ye Shiwen's 400-meter individual medley world record race, which I found amazing. Is just the way that she won it, and then a lot of people wondering if she was on roids or doping or some sort of illegal drugs. But anyways, I'm going to do an in-depth analysis on it just to show you how quite remarkable it is. Now, for those that don't really know what an individual medley is, basically you just do different strokes at every 100 meters. So basically, if you have a 100, let's say 50-meter pool length, then basically the first 100 meters is going to be the butterfly, and from 100 meters to 200 meters, it's the backstroke. And then from 200 to 300, you get the breaststroke, put an R in there, and then 300 400 is freestyle. So basically, the world record time with Ye Shiwen from she's from China, and she's actually 16 years old. But then this is also what makes what she did amazing. So basically, what her time was 4 minutes 28.43 seconds, and this is compared to the favorite of the event of 4 minutes 31.27 seconds, so just almost 3 seconds faster than Elizabeth, and she was the favorite. And then now compared to the world record of 4 minutes 29.45 seconds by Stephanie Rice. This was the old world record. She's almost a second faster, and was in the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Now, although she won by like almost a second here, what's really remarkable is that her last leg, or her last 100 meters, 50 meters of the freestyle, she clocked at a time of 28.93 seconds. This is unbelievably fast. And this time was actually faster than Ryan Lochte, and he ran the second fastest time ever this year at the Olympics in the 400 IM, and he had at the last leg 29.10 seconds. Yeah, so this time's was actually faster than almost I think a half of the final of the men's, and it's also faster than any woman in the 400 freestyle, in the 400 meter freestyle. When you look at the last leg here, so now if I'll pull out my Excel sheet where I did a bunch of analysis on this. Okay, so now if you look at Ye Shiwen's her qualifying run here, so basically she ran 4:31.73. Made this Excel sheet is basically see all her splits, and her last 50 meters was 30.26, which is still pretty fast, but nothing like what she did before. At her final race. And then if you compare to the Olympic favorite Basil, or Elizabeth Basil, here at the name rearranged. But anyways, so she was a bit faster in the qualifying at 4:31.68, but even then her last 50 meters was still way off from what she had here. So she was, if you exclude that, she was over like a second faster than Ye Shiwen until the last 50 meters. And now this is what is quite remarkable here, is when you look at the final here, where she was, if you look at the rank, she was at 4th, 5th, 3rd, and all the way until, well, basically near the end, because she didn't seem to get tired at all. And then she pulls out one of the fastest, the fastest I think I've ever seen someone run, like a woman run, swim the last 50 meters. And this is actually comparable to men's, which was faster than most of the men in the Olympics this year at the last 50 meters. And then if you compare the last one to Elizabeth here, she had 30.81, and before the 100 meters, she was almost a full second ahead of Ye Shiwen. But then Ye Shiwen, with this ridiculous last 100 meters, even if you consider her other just below 30 seconds of the first 50 meters of the last 100 meter freestyle, she went almost 4 seconds faster than Elizabeth Basil, but then ended off with 3 seconds faster race. So if you just compare, let's see what this was. So 2.84 seconds faster than the favorite of the race. And remember, Ye Shiwen's only 16 years old. And if you compare this to Stephanie Rice, the winner in 2008, she was first in every single event, and she also had the high-tech suits that they wore in 2008, where a bunch of world records were broken. And now, but they're banned here now since 2009, and that's another thing that makes this quite remarkable is how she broke it. But when you see, if you saw the race, if you saw Stephanie Rice race, she was in front every single, every single lap or every single split time, and then as you can see here, 30.53 at the end. But then Ye Shiwen, she was relatively slow up until the last 100 meters, where it just didn't seem to get any tired. That's what people were just wondering why. How is this possible? And she pulls off runs that are just ridiculous. And if you look at Ryan Lochte's time here, he had the second fastest time ever. This is just a little check here to make sure I did the calculation right. But anyways, so he had 4 minutes 5.18 seconds, and although his is much faster time, this was overall faster. But then at the end, you can see he obviously tired, and 29.10. And so the man basically she's swimming as fast as the men here, and this is the second fastest time ever recorded in a full 400 meter IM, and she still has a faster last 50 seconds here. But also another thing that's quite amazing is that in the 2011 World Championship, Ye Shiwen was in the same event. In the final, she was 5th place. And she got a time of 4:35.15. This is almost 7 seconds slower than what she just did a couple days ago. Okay, so now, it's almost 7 seconds slower, and this is just quite ridiculous that she could improve by 7 seconds in a year. That's also remarkable, but it's just this time that this doesn't make any sense. Where how is she racing as fast as men near the last 400 meters? I mean, last 50 meters. And then when you see Phelps here, he came 4th in the same event, but he had a slightly faster last 50 meters, but her first 50 meters was faster than his. Yeah, she had 29.75, and he had 29.88 here. So basically, yeah, she ran the first 50 meters faster than Phelps, and the second 50 meters faster than Lochte. This is just unbelievable, and she's only 16 years old. Now, if you were to look at this is the 400 meters freestyle final, and if you look at the last 50 meters of every single one of them, you could see, and these are specialists in this event, so they should be faster than the 400 IM people. But as you can see, all of them was 30 point. Yeah, this one 29.66, so that was pretty fast. 29.85. So, but not a single one of them gets below 29, which is just 30.67. These are the final, so not a single one of them gets, well, anywhere near her last 50 meters. And now if you look at the 400 meters individual medley, if you compare the last 50 meters, when Ryan Lochte came first, again 29.10, she was faster than him there. If you look at, let's just open every single one up. 29.34, she was faster than second place. Third place was faster, but basically, yeah, he was faster. So you have, so that was like, this thing 2 or something, 2, 3, and this guy is 27, was pretty fast, last one. So you can see that around half of them, she was faster than around half of the men's final racers at the end. Yeah, so this has been all for today, basically, but you can also see this important notes. 2009, they were banned, and then basically what I stated above. You could see these all. You could also download this Excel sheet and the Word document here just on the info below the video. Well, that's all for today, but also stay tuned for also her race, and she's also in the 200 meter IM, and I'm pretty sure she'll get either Olympic or world record fairly easily after what I've saw from her. If you see the race, yeah, and also how, you know, when you ever see a swimming race, they always show the split time of the world record. Her first 300 meters weren't that fast, so you're probably going to see when people race against that time that they're always ahead until the last 100 meters, which is like 3 seconds behind or in front of everyone that usually races. Well, that's all for you. If you learned, and you can download all this on info below, and stay tuned for another Math Easy solution.